Hey everybody, MorbTron here. Today we are looking at the new kinetic auto rifle added in Season 10 through the Seraph Bunkers. It is the 7th Seraph Carbine. Now you get this thing unlocked through the EDZ Seraph Bunker. Once you get it to rank 3, you're able to purchase the bounty. Once you complete the bounty, you're handed a nice looking shiny auto rifle. And this thing does look very good. I wish it sounded a little heavier. You know, had this like... it sounds almost exactly like any other 450 RPM auto rifle. I wish it had more of a thump to it, because that's what it looks like. It looks like a big, meaty machine gun, and it doesn't sound like that, unfortunately. But the roll that I have, if you look past autoloading holster, is actually very good. I've got Rampage, I've got Ricochet rounds, Hammer Forge rifling with this Stability Masterwork. But looking into the slot here where I have autoloading holster, there isn't a whole lot to go around as far as a perk pool goes with this weapon. I would say the best bet would be threat detector. You can also get slide shot or hipfire grip, which could be good depending on how you play. But personally, I would say probably threat detector. There are no reload perks. There is underdog, but that's a pretty poor perk. You shouldn't be reloading when you're in the middle of combat at low health anyway. So it can get Rampage like I have here. It can also get Swashbuckler. Those are your two damage increasing traits. I would recommend a counterbalance stock mod in it because the recoil direction could use a little bit of tweaking, and that counterbalance stock mod does just that. Now, the one other thing I do have to mention about the weapon, the scope does highlight targets, which I do enjoy, especially in a day where everybody and their mom plays a hunter and throws hunter smoke absolutely everywhere. So it's nice being able to see your targets through hunter smoke. But the zoom in on the scope is a little bit much. And the weapon itself, when you're aiming down sights, covers up a lot of what you got going on. The side of the scope is a little beefy, along with that giant dial at the top there. It covers up a lot of what's going on your screen. And I'm not a fan of that. I do wish it had a different scope on it. Maybe a red dot that didn't have such a high zoom on it, but the highlighting targets is always nice. But we're going to jump into the Crucible now, because PvE stuff, an auto rifle is an auto rifle. 600s and 720s clear adds better than 450s, so that's the PvE version of this review. But the Crucible match, I do have to mention, the day that I was recording, just a little bit ago, it took me an hour to get into a match that was actually stable, where people weren't constantly losing connection, disconnecting, leaving the match, and I actually had a 5v5. I had been going in and getting like a 2v6 or a 4v3, or just constantly people getting kicked, booted, disconnected. Not a good time. I don't know what's going on to the Steam servers tonight, but it was not good. But we'll hop into the match, and it is still a good one. Just, it's a 5v5 though, so a little bit less chaotic than 12 people in the game. But enjoy. Alright, so we're starting out a 5v5 here, but I gotta say, I have been trying to get a game going now for the past hour and a half, and it's been rough. I don't know what's going on in the Bungie servers or Steam servers or what exactly is going on here tonight, but it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad, I gotta say. Oh, and we got pinched from both sides, and I ran through a grenade. No good. So this archetype of auto rifle, the 450 RPM auto rifles, or precision frames, they got a slight, ever so slight adjustment coming into Season 10. Now things like 600 RPM autos, they got a big buff, and so did 720 RPMs, but the 450, the precisions, were already in a pretty good place and didn't need that big of an adjustment. So they got just a slight buff to their precision damage of a little over 1 damage. Okay, let's not get killed by a mountaintop, bud. Let's go around here, maybe. And that guy with... that Felwinter guy is just everywhere. I can't get away from him. We need to come around from another angle. But this auto rifle, I mean, it gets the job done. It definitely doesn't feel as good as, let's say, my 600 RPM autos, exotic auto rifles. 450s definitely are a little bit more chunky, and they have a little bit more noticeable recoil per shot, but they would, because they hit harder. And this roll isn't exactly the best roll either. It does have a stability masterwork. I mean, it is pretty good. Is it a god roll? By all means, no. No, it is not. But it's decent. It's a very decent roll. Of course, it has auto-loading holster, which is just absolutely terrible on a primary weapon. But, you know. Win some, you lose some. I'm gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna die to that guy. He won't burn out either, because I don't have solar plexus anymore. Gone are the days of solar plexus. Hey, got some revenge on Mr. Fellwinter, though. So that's neat. But, yeah, so this auto rifle, it doesn't have the best perk set around either. You can, oh Jesus. You can get Rampage, like I have Rampage, but there's no reload perk. It doesn't necessarily need it. In fact, I would say that the one downfall this auto rifle has is that it only has 34 in the mag. Having more than 34 in the mag would definitely not... Mr. Fellwinter, I'm just done with you. I'm trying to review this auto rifle, and you are being a bully. I'm gonna go down here. There we go. We got a rocket. Oh, you should probably capture the zone, though. There we go. Buddy friend is helping me out. Let's just do one of those. Get rid of the rocket. If it kills somebody, it kills somebody. If it doesn't, I don't really mind. Ah, I got him. But he got me with Golden Gun. That's fine. Good trade, I guess. Super for super. Although I'd prefer not to die. So is this auto rifle worth farming for? I mean, it's decent. Is it the end-all be-all auto rifle? I mean, it certainly is not. I would prefer a good 600 RPM kinetic. But those just don't exist anymore. And I just walked into half the enemy team. Can't be helped, though. Yeah, and I'm sorry I'm using this footage instead of, you know, maybe another game that I might have been able to get, but honestly, I don't have time. I don't have time. Matchmaking is being terrible. Oh, that guy just fell to his death. That is fine. Let's block that off there. Finish capturing this zone. And then die to a super. Because, of course, why not? It is Destiny Crucible, so, of course, there's going to be a super, but let's try to get a double, maybe? No? Okay. Let's try to get power ammo, at least, then. Zone A captured. You have advantage. If it gets a kill, it gets a kill. If it doesn't, I don't care. Regen health. And just absolutely slayed by Tommy's matchbook. Much more stable and probably has about the same range as my weapon. But there we go. A little bit of fusion rifle action. And that zone is actually captured by us still, so I don't need to stand on that. Let's go over here. And mountaintop. Yeah, so this auto rifle, I mean, it's decent. It's not the best. I would have much rather preferred, you know, a good archetype of auto rifle. Give me a 600. Give me a 600 any day. But we had to just deal with what we got. And we got a 450. It looks good. It sounds decent. It definitely is a decent weapon. I am gonna... Yep, okay. Golden gun. Golden gun yet again. Yeah. Where was I? 450s. Not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea. I prefer the much more stable and smooth... That's another golden gun. And that's a Nova Bomb. And that's a Chaperone. That's right, the enemy team was spawning all over me anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered, I would have died. And of course, my teammates are not capturing the zone that they spawn on, so the enemy team gets a power play. And now they have power ammo as well. But now I have a super. No. Not allowed. Oh, hello, Mr. Fellwinter. Doing a little bit of crouch camping, I see. Turn the match around, so that's good. So yeah, this auto rifle looks good. I mean, the scope highlights targets. It's decent. I just wish it was a different archetype, because although this archetype has some fairly decent range to it, I would prefer 600. I'd prefer basically any 600 RPM auto over a 450. But you know, you win some, you lose some. Not everything can be a god roll, but at what point do you say enough is enough? Give us some good heckin' weapons, Bungo, because the last couple seasons the seasonal weapons have been pretty trash. I don't know why that guy didn't kill me. Maybe he felt bad because I wasn't paying attention and I was more worried about the words coming out of my mouth than the gameplay. And that's a good fusion rifle kill. We got 10 seconds left. Let's get one more kill on Titan Slayer, Slayer of all Titans. Take that, you stupid hunter pleb. And there we go, victory. And we got a Gian 7 rifle too. Very nice, very nice. Another a not quite so new pulse rifle as a reward. So that was a 5v5 because that's the best that the Bungie servers can do right now. But we got 29 eliminations, a 2.42 efficiency. Not bad. I had a higher efficiency game, about a 4 point something, but the gameplay was not as good because people were dropping in and out like flies because everybody's getting error coded right now in PC for some reason. I don't know what's going on. It wasn't like that earlier today, but it is now. There we go. The 7th Seraph Carbine. It's decent. Get a good roll on it and enjoy, I guess. The scope is a little bit off-putting, and the lack of reload perk is even more off-putting, but there you go. It's decent. Give it a try. Let me know what you think. But that's going to be it for this video. So if you like the video, hit the like button for me. I would greatly appreciate it. If you are new here, subscribe for more D2 content. But don't forget to have a good day, everybody, and I will catch you all next time.